Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Just Moz Plz, and today I got a quick video for you in the Tier 4 French destroyer, the Jaguar. Now, I haven't played a lot of the French destroyers at all. I have less than 20 games in the ship, but my win rate in this is 59%. We're running Felipe, Eric Bay Inspiration. We're running Contact is Imminent, Go All Out, Standard Fall, Destroyer Be Destroyed, and Give Me Speed. So yeah, reason for me not playing this line, I'm not a fan, to be honest. I feel like they're kind of middle of the pack, not really good at anything at all. Like, they can kind of gunboat, they can kind of torp. You really have to make use of everything at your disposal to make the ship work in most cases, except in this game. In this game, it was typical of, I guess, a Tier 3 lobby. And the results were pretty good. So from the jump, we're going to make our way to C. Now, we don't have smoke because French destroyer, but our concealment 5.9, we can kind of buff that down to 5.6 once we pop engine boost. I've got 2 battleships and a cruiser on my side with me. I'm going to go ahead and cap this point. This is the whole goal here. Gonna get spots and gonna get this capture point. Now, there's 3 destroyers on each team, and so obviously there's gonna be one destroyer at each point. First spot is Shizuchi. Second one, Omaha. Just checking my range right there. And there's the destroyer, the Cyclone. Awful, awful, awful ship. We're going to go ahead and get to work on him. Now, Felipe's base trait is powder keg, so the destroyer HE damage is increased a good bit. So no matter how this fight pans out, we will win against this destroyer. It's kind of alternating speeds with engine boost, just to throw off shots from longer range. And gonna try to, steadily do damage to this guy. So I'm calling it out, hoping everybody kind of joins in on that. First one's and only one in the cap point. If I'm worried about anybody, it's that Omaha. But fortunately enough, he doesn't hit us really at all. Only thing that was hitting us was AP, which would be the wrong thing to use here. Now, unfortunately, I missed those last 2 just because I bumped the island and I don't get the kill, but teammate picks him up. Ichizuchi's in torp range. I'm going to stop shooting and try to break visibility with these guys. Sent all my torps I had at my disposal. They bust my rudder. I have Give Me Speed, so that lets me, utilize the rudder even though it's been damaged. And once Ichizuchi is done right here, we break invisibility and we're concealed again. So team's already capped A, which is great. We're capping C. I need to let my torps come back up and kind of close the distance while capping C. So we got the Texas and the Omaha out there. Not sure where their other 2 destroyers are, but other than these 2 guys, it looks like everybody else on their team is on the other side of the mountains. The islands, whatever. Alright, so I feel safe enough to fire a full HE salvo at him, just trying to get a fire lit, draw his attention away from the cruiser and battleship over here. Looks like he was shooting at the cruiser, who's at the back of the map. And we can just kind of stay on him. At this point, Omaha is shooting at me, but not exactly the hardest thing to dodge at this range. And so we're bobbing and weaving. I need to get concealment back in my favor in a minute. And, I mean, they cannot hit me if their life depended on it. That was all that was enough to sink me 3 or 4 times. And we've dodged 99% of it. So at this point, we need to make a push, kind of group these guys in the back, and that way we can handle the rest of their team when they inevitably come through to A. So I'm calling for the Furitaka to get up here and help. I wasn't sure what he was doing. And I basically just want to get to within torpedo range on the Texas before I do anything else, and then we can address the Omaha once I get closer there. So the torp reload speed on this isn't terrible either. I mean, 1 minute and 25 seconds is by no means great, but it's manageable. You can fire your torps, and if they look like they're going to miss, by the time you reposition, get concealment again, or line yourself up for another salvo of torps out, they will pretty much be reloaded. I fired the torps at the Texas, and I switched to the Omaha for the guns. He's broadside to me, so I'm laying on the AP trying to get some citadels, and no citadel, but we do get the kill. I do catch 1 HE shell there, and now this was the kind of the riskiest point of the whole game. He at any moment could have killed me, but I saw that he was pretty much focused on, I guess, the Furitaka, and so I tried to get a fire lit, and once I started shooting him, it did draw his attention, so I do eat some HE here pretty badly. It's got me below 5,000 HP at this point, but the entire time I'd been kind of steaming ahead to him, and so we're close enough to where it should be a relatively easy kill on a slow battleship like the Texas if we're going to be using torps. So 1 narrow, 1 wide. And it does catch me there with HE. Disables my turret, but it's all too late. Dev strike. High caliber. Kill number 3. So now at this point, I basically know that one of 2 things are going to happen, or both. They're either going to come around that part of the island right there to the south, or they're going to come through the middle. Now, I imagined at least someone would come through the south. Probably, it looked like on the map from the position of the ships when they were last seen, it would be one of the destroyers. But I elect to instead focus on the center. And so it's a 3v4. 1 destroyer, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship on my team. 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers on their team. I go ahead and start making my way to the center, and that way when they do inevitably pop out of B in the open, I can kind of catch them in crossfire. And I want to hug the side of the island as much as I can. Torps are reloaded. I have the HE ready to go. And first one up is the Izyaslav, I guess that's how you pronounce it. So I go ahead and break away from the island. Terrain's low enough to where I can start shooting the HE, and 1 salvo. Kill number 4. So there's the Danae. So that's one of the cruisers. One of the destroyers came through middle. I launched torps first. Still have the HE loaded. I spot one of the cruisers, the Iwaki, behind me. And I'm spotted at this point because of the Danae. Go ahead and fire the HE. Reload AP. And wait for him to give me his broadside. That way I can kind of get him off the map quicker by getting some citadels. Still no citadels after 2 salvos. Not taking any shots from anybody at this point. There's 1 citadel. 2 citadels. 3 citadels, technically. And nothing on that shot. Furitaka goes down. It's just me and the battleship. And that salvo takes him out. There's the Kraken. Don't know where that last destroyer is, but the Iwaki's kind of steaming up behind me. I wanted the battleship to kind of get his attention on that if he wasn't already doing so. Mickey Witty. And there you go. V-170 out there in the open. I'm concealed at this point. Instead of just firing right off the bat, I wanted to at least get some torps out. Maybe I could catch him in case something bad were to happen to the battleship. Once I fire the torps, full HE on him, good hits, light him on fire. Alternating speed again just in case I start to get shot as opposed to the battleship. V-170 breaks my prop. And I managed to get him lit on fire again. And he's not going to be able to rep that. So once reloaded, I'm on the Iwaki. 2v1. Switch over to AP. Wait for him to give me the broadside, and we light him up. There we go. 7 kills. Pretty solid game. Especially considering, like I said, I don't ever play this thing. We're coming out of that with 2,324, 89,298 damage. Kraken, high caliber, depth strike. Pretty good. Anyway, that's all I got today. Definitely appreciate you checking out the video. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.